It was an exceptional movie poster, one of the rarest of its kind, expected to sell for up to $10,000. There was only one thing wrong. It was a counterfeit, a fake.
Forgeries are going to exist. Where there's an opportunity to make money, there is an element of people that will try to find that, however unscrupulous or dishonest.
A couple of years ago, some what appeared to be suspect pieces showed up on the market. None of us were expecting that this sort of high quality fake would be produced. None of us knew anything about it or suspected. But a fellow who was a collector allegedly got together with a restoration expert, and they produced something that fooled a lot of the top experts in the business.
We are starting to see more and more forgeries in comic art, and one thing that's a favorite trick of forgers is to come up with something that's supposedly a sketch or a specialty piece done by that artist, rather than the original art for a published work, because they know that published works can be looked up and people can compare the art or the supposed art to the published version. We're seeing a lot more fakes with just a phony story cooked up about when the piece was supposedly done.
Forgeries and fakes are very scary because they're so predominant all throughout the jewelry industry, specifically with regard to designer name pieces. There are a lot of people out there copying the work of Tiffany, of David Webb. Big designer names, they can remake the pieces and sell them for a much higher dollar figure than they would have without a name attached.
I've seen a lot of different forgeries come through. There's baseball cards, Pete Rose rookie cards, Michael Jordan rookie cards, those type of things. Autograph pieces, that's one of the main ones. There's quite a few of those out there. And then more specifically, recently, with computer technology and printing technology, we're seeing a lot of forgeries for printed advertising pieces and those type of items.
There are some bargains out there, but probably not. So the first thing I would warn people about acquiring counterfeits is if a deal seems too good to be true, it likely is. If you think you're getting a $1,000 item for $50, I would more likely walk away from that than run to it.
In general, your best bet in having something evaluated is to have someone look at it who's seen many of that same item before.
My best advice is really to ask questions, to go to the specialist, to do your research online, because no one wants to end up finding out they've purchased a ruby that's been filled with glass, a fake designer piece, an irradiated diamond that they thought was a naturally colored stone.
Do your homework, consult bibliographies and other resources, online resources, and generally deal with a book dealer or auction house you can trust.
Of course, collectors should be careful, but they shouldn't be blinded by skepticism. Sometimes something that appears to be forged or too good to be true may in fact be a treasure.
I had a collector contact me out in Nebraska who had just been at an estate sale, and he picked up what are called PM1 ornate frame pins. And these pins are very scarce, and the ones that are out there are in very poor condition. Typically the gold frames have oxidation and there's some damage to the player images, and these didn't have any of those traits. So they were the highest examples known. When he ended up auctioning them for him, they went for over $100,000. And he had less than $40 into the whole group. So that's something to, it's one of those diamonds in the rough finds where, he knew what he was looking at, and he got some advice from us. He went ahead and picked him up, and he did phenomenal with him at auction.
Email us at shop@ha.com for a free evaluation, or visit us online at ha.com.